The steering wheel, I call it the magic wheel, is the primary tool used to manipulate and edit 3D model geometry directly in synchronous technology. Selecting faces and features automatically exposes the steering wheel for editing. And these are some of the examples we're going to look at. How you drag on the axis. I actually call that the steering wheel. It's the torus though. And how you can rotate and just grab that and move it around for faces. And the steering wheel displays differently depending on the geometry that's selected. Also move this origin, and I'll let you read that yourself. Let's just look at some examples, what we have and what we want. We'll come out to the cube. I'm just going to draw a line, lock to this top face, from one corner to another. Back to select the face. I'll just pull this down halfway. And it's just a matter of identifying this face, dragging the ball over and rotating this around. Could just rotate that and lock it to that point if I like. So this is a very simple example of the magic wheel. Let's come back to our original block. I just hit undo a couple of times. And now I'm going to come up to rectangle by center, lock to the top face. I'll just put a rectangle somewhere out there. Then I'm just going to pull down that region. I'll turn off my sketches. Now I'm going to come and identify this face, pull the wheel up to that edge, simply pull that out and lock to that corner. I'll hit escape. I'll identify this other face, pull the wheel up to that edge, and pull this out to that corner, and hit escape. And there's our next example. Let's take a look at another simple example. What we have and what we want. So I'll come up to the line command, and on this top face, lock. Let's draw a line from one corner to another. I'm also going to draw another line where it just hangs over. Flip that over. Hit escape. Back to the select command. Identify the top face. Now I'll drag the ball down to that line. That's why I added that extra line. It's just really easy to see and locate and use it to put the wheel on. Then I'll just roll this around. See, now something interesting is happening here. Both faces are moving. See this? Both sides. So I built this around the axis. See how that's both turning in? Again, you could spin that out both ways. But that's really not what I wanted. So I'm going to turn off design intent, because it's saying I'm finding two relationships, symmetric and coplanar. And they're on because you're working around the axis. So I'm going to turn those off. And now I'll come back and just rotate that 45 degrees. And hit escape. But one last thing, if I'd like to adjust that face, I could pick on the face, grab the ball, and just pull that down. I could have lifted the bottom face up also. I'll just drop the top face down there. And there's our example. Now let's take a look at our next example. I'm going out and building a new block around the axis, 222, 155, 111. All I'm going to do here, identify the side face, drag this down, rotate, see how they rotate together, so I can create that roof. It's a great way to add draft. Push that out about 45, 47, hit escape, come down and grab this side face, drag the wheel to the axis there, and I'll spin that in about around 45 also, and hit escape. Then I'll just come up here to thin wall, and identify that face and shell that out. I think the thin wall is about 3, so There's this basic rooftop idea here.